They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ins. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Mahomes to throw on second down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's complete to Golden Tate, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Four down. Ohio!
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Hunt gets it on the draw for Mahomes. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it first, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Thompson now, off the play fake. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 22.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Thompson on 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now Mahomes. This is caught. And he's brought down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Thompson, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Reggie Ragland coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Thompson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Oh, eluding the tackle. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Off the play fake. Thompson. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
To throw is Thompson. To throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Thompson. From the gun, he'll throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Ace! Ace! Z, Z, Z! Z, Z, Z! Z, Z, Z! Z, Z, Z! Left, 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 left!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's 1st and goal. And, gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now Thompson on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Thompson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Thompson now, operating from the gun. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Second quarter in Cleveland. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Slow!
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Thompson throwing again. Steps away to his left. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, they'll try and sneak this. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They start the 2nd half with Kamara, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Chris Jones on the stop.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Flex round.
On 1st down, Thompson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
4 down. Flex 59. Flex round. Ohio.
To throw again. Thompson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. To throw is Thompson. Throwing on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Thompson to throw on third down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw. Thompson gets this one to Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Thompson on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On the run, this is Hunt. And some room to maneuver. Oh, he slipped, accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now they'll throw with Mahomes, letting one go deep for the... And this is caught by Watkins for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown as a Chief. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Three down. Watch 13. 13's crossing. Check 13. Here we go.
Toss play, Kamara. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. The Saints on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Thompson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Oh, Thompson, and this is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Flex round!
Thompson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Ohio!
To throw is Thompson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Thompson on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the guy said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On third down, Thompson. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Ohio!
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far, and he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2000...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Thompson throwing on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
Thompson now, operating from the gun. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Saints on third down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Houston getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Thompson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Thompson on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah, I like that. Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Thompson on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Thompson. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On 1st and 10, Thompson. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Thompson operating from the gun. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And there he goes again. 30. The 20. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Kansas City, it's a fantastic start as out victory.